Hello everybody, it's Carl here from Comic Culture and the Game Store in Lincoln in England, and today I'm going to have a look at what's in the box for At Any Cost, Metz 1870 by GMT Games. This is designed by Herman Luttmann and is part of the Blind Swords series. It uses a similar system to the two games that Revolution have done, so if you're interested in American Civil War and you like this system, then they're definitely worth having a look at as well. Okay, quick look at the box. On the back, obviously, you can see the map. Franco-Prussian War is, not a period that's covered a lot in board games. But obviously, if the system's good, then the game's going to be good. It's got a single map, two 9/16 of an inch counter sheets, combat results tables, etc. It's rated as medium complexity, which sounds about right, and solitaire suitability is at the high end of medium. There is some secret stuff, putting chits in the cup, things like that. But I think you play pretty well solitaire. I think the system works well solitaire. Okay, back to the front. Okay, some pictures of the battle. Let's have a look what's in the box. First of all, some baggies, always useful. I've got lots of baggies, never hurts to have more. And some dice, 4 D10s in this case. Okay, then we'll start with the playbook. Now, GMT are very good at doing really nicely laid out rules and playbooks. So if you look in the playbook, you've got scenarios, you've got full colour pictures of the starting positions there. Okay, Twilight of the Guard. So there's obviously small scenarios and larger multi-day scenarios. Okay, so that's a full battle scenario. Okay, again, you can see really nicely done. Nice, glossy. Okay, another, that's Bloody Thursday. And then we go through and you've got the campaign scenario, Beckoning Victory. Okay, really nice explained. Another campaign scenario there. There's lots of choice in this, so if you want to try starting with a small battle, you can. Then we get to the designer notes. Okay, and a bit of history about the 1870 Metz campaign. So quite a lot of information there. If you don't know anything about it, it's going to be quite good to have that available, so you can have a look at the history behind the battle. And then you've got some references on the back and credits. Okay, orders of battle there, tells you about them as a different unit. Okay, then we have the rules of play. Now the rules of play in this one, they are 28 pages, but there is quite a long example of play at the back. So actually they're shorter than that, so you can probably knock off 4 pages for the example of play. So let's say 24 pages. Full colour again, really nicely laid out, easy to read, decent sized font. So going through some of the rules, obviously description of the components. Now you've got infantry, you've got cavalry, you've got artillery, you've got mitrailleuse, I believe it's called. It was like an early machine gun that the French had, which everybody thought was like a super weapon of the time. So you've got infantry detachments, you've got headquarters, and with the headquarters you can either be in A posture or D posture, so attacking posture or defensive posture, and that affects what you can do. There's your mitrailleuse batteries there, excuse my French. Now the system is chit activation, so you have a chit for each command, but you also have some other chits as well. You've got various random events. Oh, well, they're not this sort of random events, they're various event chits, let's just call them event chits. At the start of each player's turn, at the start of the turn, each player gets to put 1 event chit of their choice in the cup, secretly, so their opponent doesn't know what is in it. Then out of the remaining 10, you pick 5 at random, and you never look at the other 5. Okay, so each turn there's going to be a different set of stuff happening, but you've got a slight amount of control. Now these event chits are drawn out the cup, and also the command chits go in the cup as well. And there's also a Fortunes of War chit, which gives you a random event, depending on who draws it. And there's a CIC chit, so Commander-in-Chief chit as well. All of the chits will be played in a turn, so all the formations will have a chance to activate. All of the event chits will come out as well. But the events aren't really massive things that can happen, but they will change the course of the game a little bit. So you get a certain amount of subtlety, you get a certain amount of variety each turn. Okay, so this is describing how to put the chits in. It's talking about postures there. You've got command range from your leader, so you can't just send anybody anywhere you want. Obviously fire combat with artillery and mitrailleurs and with the infantry. Morale tests. The units have got a tactical cohesion rating on them. You've got break tests, so when you take damage there's a chance that you will break. Okay. You can rebuild units in the campaigns. Obviously you've got movement, you've got opportunity fire, so when you're moving you might be shot at. You've got cavalry charges, so cavalry was still a, you know, quite a valuable force at this point. It hadn't got to the sort of early 20th century where cavalry were more for scouting and taking messages around. Rallying, obviously, if you're going to break, there's an opportunity for you to rally as well. Out of command step, end of turn phase, discussion about earthworks, overnight turns, the fact that you can break units down and create detachments. Okay, and again, like I said earlier, you've got this superb, comprehensive example of play. To be honest, read that first, and you probably find a lot of what you need, and the rules will make a lot more sense. Okay, so some other scenario charts now. So you can see the French command event tracks. You've got Day of Battle, Bloody Thursday, It Will Cost What It Will, The Afternoon Crisis, The Twilight of the Guards, and The Beckoning Victory. Description of the Prussian event chits. Okay, so that's quite useful. When you draw the chit out, it'll tell you what that does. Terrain effects chart, nicely color-coded, easy to read. Again, nice font. You know, gamers generally, especially war gamers, are getting older, and it's nice to have, you know, easy to read stuff. French event chits. Okay, obviously they have their own selection of event chits, and you don't forget you get to put one of these event chits in at the start of each turn. So if you have something that you particularly want to happen that turn, you can put it in the cup. You don't know when it's going to happen, but at least you know it'll be in there and it'll come out at some point. Obviously, terrain effects chart on the back. Combat results table for assault combat. Description of all the different column shifts that you get there. It's a 2d10 system. Fire combat results table. The coloured die represents the actual effect, and the white die represents the morale check, effectively. Okay, fire combat again. Now we get to the counters. Nice, colourful counters. Again, easy to read, very important for me. Some of these are obviously upside down because they're printed back to back. But you can see, you know, this colour coding at the top makes them very easy to see which unit, which organisation each one refers to. Okay, double-sided. And then the second sheet as well. Okay, so you've got shaken markers, you've got low ammo markers, you've got your detachments there, you've got works, and these are obviously your event chits and your command chits for each of the different organisations. Really nice, bright, colourful, really well done. And last but not least, we've got the map. Okay. I looked at it, I wasn't immediately awestruck by the map. I'll do a little box out separately, film going to fly over the map. Here we have the map for At Any Cost. Northwest hand corner, you've got the Orme River. Heading over towards the east, you've got the high ground and the woods, some streams. Down to the southeast corner of the map, you've got the Moselle, and then you can see the tracks, including the game turn track. And heading back to the west, the land gradually gets flatter again, and you end up with Mars de Tours over in towards the southwest corner. You've got the game turn track, things like that. I think the more I look at it, the more I probably like it, and I think the effect of it, when you look at it in the rules with the counters on, it works really well. So although it wasn't like, oh, that's an amazing map, I think practically it works really well. Okay, so I highly recommend this system. I love the Revolution games. Herman's done a fantastic job of making a very modern interactive system. GMT have done a fantastic job of making that into a beautiful and, you know, well-made, well-produced game with all the rules in there that you need. Hope you've enjoyed looking what's in the box for At Any Cost. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, make any comments that you want, so long as they're nice comments preferably, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks very much. Bye.